Hey, first of all, thanks to the guys that have been trying to help me fix this. And I'm responding to the reply I got from a member on RC Groups, Jay Barchuk. So I got this out again because the one thing that bothered me the most is the fact that this is the working servo mechanics, and this works fine, as you can see. This controls the elevator. When I took this piece off and I put it here, it was doing the same thing this was doing. So what I did is, before I started this video, I took this black piece right here and I backed it off with my nail. It's really small, as you can see. And I did that purposely to show that you're right, the slop, they call this, is the issue. And after I crashed it, that's when this problem started. But I have tried to tighten this. Watch, when I tighten it up, you can see too, this has a little play in it, and this one works fine. So there's really little any slop. But I have already tightened this. I managed to lose that little black thing, if you could believe it too. Hold on, I'm going to look at this. There we go. See if I can focus. And there, so you saw how much play it had, and I did that purposely because it still has the same issue. I've tightened this up, and I've tightened this. I've pushed this gear, and I've pushed this as much as it can go. And now, as a comparison between the two, well, now there's like little to no slop. That's probably the best I've... Whoops. Okay, so this motor, by the way, also needs to get pushed forward. You can see that this here broke. This doesn't even hold the motor in place. You can see that broke, but you can see there's really no slop. As much as there is on this one, that works fine. So I think we can agree that's as good as it's going to get. Yet when I do, the elevator works fine, and see, it still is an issue. And my main thing is, if this wasn't, see if I can get this to stop. If this little slop was causing the problem, here's, at the end of the day, this is what I keep going back to. And I would love for it to be just this piece being the problem. And it is a $6 part, so maybe I'll still try that. But I don't like the fact that when I take one that's good here and I put it over here, I get the same problem. So to me, I still say, if I'm going to put a new one on here, why, when this one's good, and when I put it over here, it doesn't work? That means a new one, putting it here, isn't going to work. So that metal wiper, I used this screwdriver to, or another screwdriver to pull on the little prongs, because they're almost like these little springs, and you can bend them. And this got better when I did that. And I just don't want to mess with that. I think if this good one, when it was switched over here, didn't work, nothing's going to work. Buying a new one and replacing it isn't going to work. So let me know at least, though. I appreciate your feedback, the guys that are helping me here, if there's something else I'm not looking at. But I think we're all on the same page. Pointing out that there was a lot of slop in that first video I posted, you're absolutely right. But what I didn't post was, I did already go ahead and adjust that. I ended up losing that the other night. I don't know how I found it, but I did. And it's a tiny little piece. But I had it all tight, and it's still giving me problems. So that's why I believe it's the board. It's those little resistor strips or whatever, or that wiper blade. But if that was the case, how come moving this one that works fine over to here still doesn't work. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks.